So there's one more thing. One last thing. I'm going to show off another one of my builds, but more specifically, I'm going to show off my arcade controller. So let's have at it. I'll show you. Okay, is it still recording? I think it's still recording. Alright, apologies if it's not still recording. I accidentally touched the phone in some ways. So, you guys see that bag there, right? Yeah, I'm still recording. Good. Let's clear space for the bag. In fact, I'm going to put this in hand again, but... Alright, since you're all at Evo, this is what I would have brought to Evo if I was going. And there's a lot to it. So, this is a Qanba shield. Let's see what we got in there. Notice on my Qanba shield, there is how I decorated it. And some people may wonder how I was able to get stickers, pins, even a coaster on here. And so we see Arcade Stick Indonesia, Golden Lever, Gamer Finger stickers, that's for the elements, Heaven, basically Heaven, Earth, Water, Fire. We've got Akikan, Murakuma Arts Lever Lover, the Lever Lover Girl. We've got Dural from Virtua Fighter, and it's a pin. And that's Virtua Fighter, the animation, by the way. We've got the Brook sticker. We've got Pi, we've got Akira, we got Lau, we got Sarah, we got Pi again. And we've got Jackie, Pi, Junk Food Custom Arcades, and of course, Buttercade. How can I not have Buttercade? So, what did I do here? Well, this is going to be clue number one. There are pins in here, but let me see if I can do this. Actually, this pouch doesn't have anything that I'm going to show off. But one of the features, this is a clue. I used this. Can you guess what this is? Well, that looks like a button layout. Oh, and you know what? This is also a clue, because this is the right-handed one. This is the right-handed lever with the buttons. And it can be flipped for this way as well. But actually, this is the lefty one. And I got this. I'm not a lefty, but there's a use case that I have in the future for it. So I hope you guys think that's cool. Clue as to what I used to get the stickers and the pins and everything going. And I used the black one. Gee, what could be hiding in this bag? So let's open the bag and let's see what's in the shield. Brad Pitt screaming, "What's in the shield?" I've got acoustic foam for padding. And this is my VS1R, which I've never shown in public before, but this is the first time I've shown it in public. I've got cables from Mech Cables. You can see the gold using parachute cable. Main connector here. It's a USB-C. You can see that. You can see that beautiful gold. And this is my build. This is the build that I will do a treatment just like I did with my Akuma. And you can see my bag, and you see these straps. Yes, I got two straps for it. Two beautiful leather straps to carry this stick on my shoulders if I want, or hang it up, you know. I can hang it up even on a coat rack, and there are places to put them. So this is the VS1R. Hopefully don't drop it. I put microfiber cloths in here, you know, gold microfiber cloths to fit the theme. However, I like using these silver carboners to connect the straps. This strap is awesome. I will definitely post a photo of how this looks and how it hangs off of my post for my stairs. So, welcome to the arcade stick, the VS1R. It stands for the Versus Case Revision 1, or I like to call it Round 1. You can see the logo here. And inside, I've got a little indicator, the Brooks, because there is a Brooks inside. This is how I indicate Brooks inside. I will say that hidden inside this controller is an AirTag. And so it is a golden lever, as you can see, with a black belt, with a Murukuma Arts washer. Now this is a special washer because I think it's the blackout. Let's see. Did I put the blackout in? Hard to see. Nope, this is the standard white. It's so good. On top of the gold. Now this gold is the same Mitsu. You can tell it's a thick shaft. Even though it's a bat top, it's still very much Japanese. It's got my name here. And then it does have a thumb button. An antagonist will be installed to this button, but right now it's up. I actually prefer having thumb and then these three buttons. That makes it similar to a cross-up. But we'll just call it top layout. Then over these three buttons, I don't really use them, but I could. But I've tried using it, but for Virtua Fighter, it's not as necessary. These are Crown 202s. Crown 202s are my favorite buttons, and I use them on here, and I really love that I went with the gold on silver. So I custom put these gold and silver, very sensitive on the 24mm. Like those are the ones that actually broke quite a bit, but they almost never broke on these, and I love the sound. And I did white on gold as the mains. So you can see that. Again, I love that VS logo. Let's look at here. Now, from Arcade Shock, I did install the screw-on USB-C. I might change this particular one back into something more of like a sunken-in USB-C port, but this is still an awesome accessory, and I recommend it for most arcade stick builds because you can really secure your USB-C cable onto that. But lately I don't use as much, but I do love that it's diagonal. That diagonal helps it reduce how much it gets kinked. It's really important. Okay. 1 second while I put the down. Let's look. So these switches that you see, one is for the SOCD and one is for tournament mode, which turns off the top row buttons. And here's the top row. So I went with the gold silver on these function buttons, and I love this Versus logo. I love the Versus case logo. It's what inspired going with the gold silver for the functions and for the mini buttons and for the thumb. But the white on gold is just such a good classic one that I made that as the action buttons. So over here would probably end up being a retro board RJ45 port is what I would love to do eventually with that. Now here, something I love to show off. All right, again, we've got Chanchai Versus Project by Arcade Stick by AS Indo Pro. You can see the wiring. I am not yet at the clean wiring, but that is my next project with this stick. And after I do clean wiring, I plan to do a lot of different builds with this stick. You can see it is a golden lever in here, and this golden lever build has been awesome for me. There's the Brook board, and this is using I should give a shout out to the this piece comes from Buttercade's thing there. And so you can kind of see a lot here. One of the best features. These are the best stick mats, sticking surface, foam surface alternative. This is the best in the market. It really is. I haven't found anything that's better than these. They are super comfortable on your lap, but they will stick on anything, and like the stick will not move even on carpet because of these. These are like BMW rubber mats. I know because I've driven BMWs with rubber mats that have this type of pattern. The hex pattern works, and this really is the best. You can probably ask anyone who's used it. There is more. There's more features about this. Not only does this thing have an SOCD switch and a tournament switch and pretty much all the buttons I could want and the custom layout that I want. I get to build the stick how I want. That's the theme with Arcade Stick Indonesia. Make it how you want. There's more. Okay. So here's another, and there's more beyond that too. So you can see the custom panels. You saw that on the Shield. You saw that I used one of these panels, and that panel can be flipped and used in-game, used for the controller. But I have it used also as a dual function for the display on the Qanba Shield. Top of that, this is what we call the iris. This iris is awesome. Underneath here, you can see the mounting plate. And the cool thing is actually, you can remove the golden lever from the mounting plate while still keeping the mounting plate on this. And that's kind of neat for like quickly changing grommets and doing all kinds of other stuff. It does take a few unscrews, but it's great. Furthermore, this system called the iris. On the underside of the arcade stick, you'll be able to see like how it's mounted, and you can adjust within degrees of accuracy. This lever, you can make it go like this, you can make it like this, you can go all the way here, you can go the other way. Do I want my down to be here, or do I want my down to be here? I get to choose. I get to make it, and it's a very underrated feature. It is a scary feature. You don't have to use it, but if you do use it, you might end up finding something perfect for you. And so again, that's what Arcade Stick Indonesia is all about. They keep making features to make it how you want it, how you want to play it, and that is amazing. I also have a Cardi Mod, which I'll show later, and that goes in here, and same thing, you get to adjust it how you want, the angle you want, and you can use this thumb button. We'll get to that in a bit. All right, give me another second. You're gonna hear a satisfying click that I love. So here's the click. That sound is a wonderful sound. So, what was the source of that click? This uses ball bearing clasps. These are the best clasps you can use for popping off the bottom from the top or the panel. It's awesome. And you can tighten them whenever they get loose, but you can see the ball bearings there, and all you have to do is tighten it over here, tighten it here, and it's tight again. And it works. And if you want to screw this case, you can. There's a screw hole here, and there's one on the top like here, and you'll be able to screw this thing on tight if you don't want anyone to mess with it. And so you can kind of see how I've got my stick built. And again, as I've said before, I've got an AirTag hidden in this stick. Feel free to find it if you can. If I went to an event, I'd probably lock my stick up so you couldn't get it anyways. But let's get the yoga blocks again. Be one sec. In here, I've put a Buttercade terminal cover over the Brook fighting board. Again, the wiring is classic kind of messy wiring, but I'm proud. This is the first time I've built a stick, and I couldn't be more proud. I'm going to get to clean wiring, and I'm going to get to a lot of other things, but I love what I've done so far. And over here is the LED indicators for the player. And I have different color ones from BitBacon Gaming, so thanks to them. And, you know, eventually I'll find a cool place for it, or I might just replace it with another type of LED. Again, you see the crown buttons, all this wiring, and here we go. Now, this is the iris piece. This is how it's mounted. It's mounted here, it's mounted there. The first time you experience it's janky. If you end up getting this arcade controller, you can send me a message. I'll explain to you how to do it cleanly, how to do it worry-free. And once you get used to it, it's no longer janky. But the first experience might be a little janky. So, but it's a necessary janky for an amazing feature. Just like the custom spacing is, there's an aspect to it that's a little janky for at least installing the switches themselves onto this body. But once you get past that initial jank, and once you get used to it, it's no longer janky, and it becomes one of the best features of the lever. So this golden lever has been wonderful for me. See that beautiful motion with the actuation of the black bearing actuator. Using A5 switches again. Yeah, and then I do have a hidden golden lever sticker in there. So I love this arcade stick. It is my favorite, one of them. The Victrix Akuma, the Victrix Cami, and but the VS1R is, I would say the VS1R is the most tournament stick I have, and I just absolutely love it. If there's anything I would love in a future version of the Versus case, it's probably just, I wish there was a way to make it have custom angles, you know? The Victrix has probably the most comfortable angle for multiple uses, but this stick is incredibly comfortable to use. I will be adjusting the belts, and I'm really proud of it. Thanks for watching this, and I hope you guys check out Arcade Stick Indonesia. Understand at the ASI booth this weekend at Evo, but also they have the VM6. This is the VS1R, and I love these angles. These angles remind me of military and weapons and martial arts in Southeast Asia. It reminds me of some of the statues there too, and it just has this awesome look because sometimes you just get tired of looking at boxes, you know, like that's why the Espada is such a beautiful arcade case as well. But I think the VS1R is definitely one of my very favorite looking and favorite playing sticks too. It joins ranks with the Victrix for me, and yeah, just so happy with it. But I hope people check out the VM6. It's a brand new case, and it's much more affordable than the VS1R. The VS1R, it's not cheap, but you know, it's made of high quality materials. It is made with a lot of love, and it's made by people who want to keep doing this for a living and want to keep making new products, but they know the realities of the business, and they know they don't want to be, they want to be here still. And if that confuses you, just remember that not everyone was able to stay in the business. They're still doing amazing stuff for all of us, but they need our support, especially the boutique solutions. And honestly, the product is world class. So Arcade Stick Indonesia, this was not sponsored in any way. Everything here I've bought pretty much, and I'm just a big fan. And I want other people to understand why now that Arcade Stick Indonesia has product available in the US without shipping at Evo, you should take a look at it. Don't sleep on it. Saturday, Sunday, check it out, pick it up, try it out, send me a message if you got questions. I'm going to answer them as soon as I can. And, you know, thank you all very much. Oh, but there is one more thing. Are you ready for the last thing? Okay. So a few more things to note about my tournament kit. I've decked it out, the Qanba shield, with moly hacking, and so I've included, this is for the Cardi Mod, and you'll see that I've got the Cardi Mod too. This is a screwdriver with the heads inside, and then I've also got a flashlight, because you definitely should have a flashlight with you when you go to events. You never know. You never know. Top of that, moly packaging is pretty cool. This is like military style. Basically, it straps in into the holes and Velcros in, and you can get Velcro patches like this one. I have others. I have like the Bruce Lee Be Like Water, and I've got other patches that are cool. This one glows in the dark and is an NES controller. Definitely tells me I'm a gamer. This pouch is actually for my phone. I would put my phone in here. It'd be a comfortable spot. There's more. In here is a pen that I use. This fountain pen was made by a customer for me, and I really greatly appreciate it. You know, thanks so much. And it's a wonderful fountain pen. And there's more that I'll show in a sec here. But strapped there. Alright. The Cardi Mod. So this case is a perfect size for the Cardi Mod. What is the Cardi Mod? The Cardi Mod is it's like here. And I've made it ASD instead of WASD. I like the ASD because this is going to be left, down, right, and then I've already got my thumb button right here. And you can imagine the ASD angled how I want to match my hand's comfort with this thumb button, and it works really well. I've had fun playing it a bit. I'll play it some more later. But I like the ASD with the thumbs up. And in this case, I'm using a crown button instead of thumbs up. It's great, and I've also got the gear here to switch it to a WASD because my friend wants to put a WASD in this case. And finally, I'm going to show off a little bling here, as if I haven't done that already. So the main pocket again is for the phone. And in this pocket, there's another pen. Got a Fisher Space Pen. I carry these around with me a lot. They're great. So these pens, you simply do like this, and now you've got a full-size pen. They work at multiple angles. That's why they're a space pen. And so they work at different angles. The ink runs pretty well. And then it's not too hard to replace the ink cartridge too. So these are fantastic pens. I'm a big fan of the Fisher Space Pen. I have them in a lot of setups I have. And, you know, my briefcase and other things too. And then finally, when I'm at a tournament or event like EVO, usually I'm staying out of town. So I do have a special wallet that I use. This is a gold wallet. And in this wallet, God, I'm going to take these all out. Sorry for looking at my feet. You know, you'll have your hotel key card. You have your restaurant card. You have your other hotel key card or the suite card that's special access. You've got your recreation card. And it's always good to have a fight stick buddy with you. You just never know, you know? You never know when you're going to want to use it. And so now that we've got the credit card size one, you got that. So shout outs to the Train 24 on Twitter for making this amazing thing. And this one came in a buy when I bought the Antagonist 2 from Buttercade. And then this is actually a tripod, which I should have used today, but I wanted to show off that I actually have this tripod. It's pretty neat. You flip it, rotate it, and boom, you've got like a tripod. These do rotate, and you can orient it up and down, and yeah, it's a neat tripod. So there you go. Thanks for this long journey. Hope you guys have fun at EVO. Hope that, you know, maybe you were tired and you just decided to watch Chancha's video and see him ramble about a cool product. But thank you all. I'll timestamp this video so that it's less cumbersome. But I hope you all have a good one. Cheers. Thank you so much. And have an awesome time at EVO. have the most fun in my place. Thank you so much. Cheers.